Now, without no doubt, without any fear of contradiction, the fact is, has, and will always remain to be the fastest way to beat poverty. It is businesses, skills, and not just skills, but high-end skills, and also having the right mindset. And guess what? Once you have a concoction of those three things, I'm telling you, beating a poverty or beating poverty is no longer a question of if, but it's a question of when. So now, on this video, I'm going to share with you exactly the fastest way to beat poverty. See, first of all, let's define what is poverty. Or let's not even define the poverty. You already know what exactly is that thing. So some of us, or most of us who are watching this video, including me, we were never born up with what we call the silver platter. We were never born up in these families where, you know, wealth was there, money was there, and all those kind of things. So we are kind of the generation which is figuring out how do we actually become the genesis of the wealth in our family. You are the case of kind of a guy, you are like, okay, fine, guess what? Fine. My parents never got this chance, never got this opportunity. Even when I trace back to my grandmothers and grandfathers, even great-grandfathers, we've never gotten anything. We've been actually languishing in poverty. I've seen people struggling. My brother say, if you're not the firstborn, you've seen you people struggling. You've seen some people, and then you ask yourself, okay, fine. Is there a nut that I need to crack for me to understand this concept of actually creating wealth? Creating wealth, in other ways, saying, how do I eradicate this poverty? And by the way, if you haven't watched my another video that I talked about how to cut the generational poverty, how to end it, how to actually be able to be the genesis of the wealth in your family, go check that video out there. Okay, so now on this video, I'm going to share with you why it is true that the business is one of the fastest ways of how you can get yourself out of poverty. And I'm going to take you step by step. But anyway, guess what? If you're watching for the first time, thank you very much for clicking that video, and also make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new good video. Make sure that you like and also subscribe. And if you're watching this as a returning subscriber, damn, thank you for your eyeballs, for always coming back for watching these videos, all right? See, now, fine. See, here we are. We would like to end this poverty thing, and Joseph is talking about business skills and also the mindset, okay? Fine, let's start with business. You see, definitely, this is what I want you to agree. See, you go to school. You see, once you go to school, obviously you graduate. And once you graduate, you're given yourself a certificate. And this certificate meaning that they perceive that your value has actually gone up. And then what you do with that value that you have, you go solve people's problems. Once you solve people's problems, guess what they do? They pay you with monetary value, which is called the money. And once they give you the money, because this is what they call a job, and once they give you that money, now creating or getting yourself out of that poverty kind of a thing. See, this is what I find most of the people languish in poverty for a longer period of time. See, you never had an opportunity to get the best education, but at least you got the education, because most of us, anyway, they never went to the private schools. So you went to school, you graduate, you get your certificate, you get the value, you secure the job, you solve someone's problem, they pay you with some money, and that's the job that you're having. And then the problem you do is that this, yeah? Now, because you grew up in an area where you never had some of the things, you think like this is the best time to eat pizza. Yeah, for those who are watching from the West, pizza is a big deal in Africa, and these fast food chickens and whatever. So you think it's the first time, and they are very expensive. I know in America they're quite affordable, but here, whoa, they're very expensive. So the point is this: so if you never grew up with those kind of things, it's the best time to grab those nice clothing, best time to grab that car. Probably you are barely surviving. Good to live in that quite of an elegant neighborhood. You see, people who are born from poverty, if you're not smart, you can actually grow with a certain trauma, and that trauma can actually haunt you throughout your life, to a point whereby you tend to buy things and try to flag them out there so that people can see. You're just trying to explain to people, you know what, guys, this is not me who grew up. I'm actually changing. See, these are the people who they struggle and strain to make sure that other people notice that they are changing. So in that process of actually consuming your cash in the name of, hey, looking good, being good, getting what you never got, and telling yourself like, hey, I'm going to give my kid this life that they never got. There's nothing wrong with that. I support it 100%, but there is a problem with that at the same time, which is you providing for the consumables, not investing on them, on the valuable things. For example, say you take your kids to bouncing castles each and every time, you take them to ranches, they have fun and all those kind of things, and they ride those quad bikes. You get what I'm saying? See, now, there is nothing wrong with that. They're going to enjoy, okay? And then you take them with that car that you've gotten, a loan car that you're barely 2 months before you become poor. If you don't get paid for the next 2 months, you're done. You get the thing. And then they grew you up, then they ask you, hey, dad, mom, okay, fine. See, okay, what did you have for us? Like, what can we, or what's that substance can we hold on and say, hey, this is what our parents created? You tell them, no, I didn't buy anything. Guess what I did? I took you for all those outing and what have you. Well, it's okay. Yeah, that was our right, by the way. That was our right. That was your responsibility, okay? But now the point is this, okay, fine. That was okay. That was a consumable. What else did you do? Probably your kid's gonna blame you the way you're blaming your parents in one way or the other. So the point is this, so if you don't want to get yourself in that messy kind of a thing, so think of business. I understand what you're thinking right now. Hey, Joseph, business are not doing good. Come on, do not have that conclusive. They don't have that crowd thinking of, hey, businesses are not doing good. They're going down and all those kind of things. If they're not doing good, why are they not? We still have traces of businesses that are performing. And in every crisis, for example, if businesses are not going good because there is a crisis that is going on, identify it, provide a solution over that, then you're going to make some cash out of it. So the point is this, see, if you live below your means, you do what you call the delayed gratification. The money you get, you can channel it towards a business. See, when you channel towards a business, the chances of you growing in a business compared to you growing in a job are quite different. I repeat, see, if you invest somewhere in a business, okay? See, when you put your money in a business, you have high chances of your business growing and it can outshine the rate at which, for example, you see, in Kenya, we usually have the, job groups, LK, whatever, M, whatever. So you get like, at 4, 5, or 6 years or something of sort. So by the time Kenya, you're earning a salary of, let's say, 150,000 per month. By the time you're earning this amount of money, you're probably at 55. Okay, let's say you're at about 50, because this time now you are, maybe let's say if you're a teacher, you're now a principal, that's time now you're getting this amount of money. So, and I'm telling you honestly, see, if you talk about this amount of money, you might think it's high amount of money, but if you have an ambition of creating big thing, it is not really a big thing. Why? It's not even a big thing because you have yourself a loan car. You have yourself a mortgage that you're paying. You have yourself, and if you do not have a mortgage, because mortgage is not really popular in our country, see, you have yourself something that you actually subscribe to that is not really generating some cash out of it. So guess what happens? You live from hand to mouth. You get yourself in the rat race whereby you eat what is on your hands. And I'm telling you, most of the people who are employed, despite them having maybe say a home somewhere, if you're a little bit of age, they are 2 months before being broke. There's a reality. See, what you do, can you imagine this? Let's say you got employed at 25. Let's say you are lucky, of which some of you might crucify me by saying you got employed by 25. I'm saying if you're lucky. So you're employed at 25. So by the time now you're hitting 50, by the time now you're doubling 25 years, that's now you're realizing a salary of 150,000. In Kenya, some few months ago, I think it was last year, if I'm not wrong, somebody actually banned the certificate. I think the guy was claiming that he has, 24 certificates, degrees. I don't know. I didn't get that information correctly in terms of the specificities of the certificates or the degrees. The guy banned that thing. Why? He was claiming that, hey, guess what? The amount of money that I'm getting paid at the end of the month, having all those papers, it's way less. I think the guy was lamenting that he's getting paid, 120,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 or something. That's like $1,000 a month. So the guy was saying, hey, guess what? I'm not worth that amount of money. I'm supposed to earn a lot of it. See, the problem is that they feed you with education. They don't tell you how you can actually monetize the information that you have to make some cash out of it. That is a very big gap that is usually left by this the curriculum, okay, the education curriculum. See, now, by the time you're getting this salary, how can you then get yourself into financial freedom? How can you be able to come up with a structure, maybe build a flat worth maybe say 100 million or something? Yeah, you can, but again, see, you're at 2055. This amount of money that you're getting. You have some students in university. You have some other bills to pay. You get what I'm saying? So the point is this, if you can get yourself into business as early as you can, that would be the best. Probably you might get into it and maybe it doesn't work. You see, if it doesn't work, then you're going to learn the skills. You're going to learn the lessons. You're going to have the experience. So the next time you get it, you're going to get into it in a better person. Can you imagine a 60-year-old person showed up and telling you, hey, guess what? The only thing that I have is just 3 million that I've gotten from my pension. I've never been to business. I've never invested. Show me how exactly I can be able to do it. Come on. What do you think? This person may not even perform in that business. All right? They can, because they do not have any experience with them. They have never started any business. They know nothing. That's the difference. So the point is this, it's always good to make sure that understand that the business is the primary way to get yourself out of the poverty. Why does it do so? It does so by actually expanding, putting you at a higher ladder, putting you at a higher chances. Yeah, I understand. It is not 100% sure. Nothing is 100% assured, by the way. And if someone sells you an idea that is 100% assured, you should run. Don't even respond to that question, or rather that text, because that is scam directly. So there is nothing 100%. So, but if you get yourself into a business, you have high chances compared to someone who never did any action. See, there are two options. For example, say person A decides to get the money and get into the business. Person B decide not to get into anything, decide not to get to nothing. So it's assured that you never get anywhere if you decide to do nothing. But if you decide to do something, you have two options. It's either you don't get anywhere, it's either fails or it succeeds. You at least have two options. And it can actually you get what I'm saying. So the point is this: it's always good to go ahead, and life is risky. That's for sure. Life is risky. See, you not getting married is risky, marrying is risky, getting kids is risky, not getting kids is risky, starting a business is risky, not starting a business. Like anything and everything is risky in your life, including your life. I mean, there is no way you can assure me that tomorrow morning you'll be here alive. You cannot promise me that. You do not know. You get what I'm saying? See, that's why I always tell people, control the controllables. Take the advantage of the currents. Take the advantage of the present. If you take the advantage of the present, you don't be an individual who says, I'm going to do, I'm going to do, I'm going to do, I'm going to do. 1 year goes, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 30 years are gone. And then when the reality hits you, now you're about to get fired, they tell you no longer workable because you are retired or something. I don't know exactly even that means. See, they tell you you're retired. And then you go back home and you have a recurrent expenditure of 100K a month because you actually have a very inflated kind of a recurrent expenditure. You do not have a source that can actually generate that amount of money. That's why you end up being in up country. And that's why you wonder, like, why do old people tend to go back to their country? Some of them do not have money to sustain themselves. Some of them, they were in the process of acquiring the properties. They did acquire the properties, but they're just assets that are not generating any income. And guess what happens? These people do not need assets. See, then an age will come that you do not really need assets. Assets will never mean anything, especially assets that do not generate any income. You need cash flow. So you must get yourself assets that are generating cash flow because you really need money. Fine. See, the next thing that you need to get yourself is something called skills. Skills is one way of solving someone's problem. Let's say you are broke right now and you're watching this video. You have nothing, okay? You have nothing. And okay, see, when I say you have nothing, I mean in terms of money. See, there's always something that you have. Either you have time, you have the energy, you have the availability, you may not have the money. See, when you do not have the money, don't trade the money, you trade what you have, trade the time, trade the energy, trade the availability, to trade that talent that you have. See, if you do not have the talent, of which I do not believe in, nobody has not everybody has the talent. You focus now on the skills. And remember this, hard work will always beat the talent. Early in the morning. That's a fact. See, skills, now what happens is that now you acquire something that you can see. Remember one thing, and I want you to get this message forever and ever in the rest of your life. Money is always a reward given after solving someone's problem. And you cannot be able to solve someone's problem if you do not have the skills over that problem. Let's say you have a problem with this pen, and there is only, say, maybe 2 or 3 people who can repair this pen. So therefore, and if this pen means a lot to me, then I'm required, or I'm forced to go ahead, or I'm necessitated to part ways with some few cash, well, not actually few, but good amount of money to repair this pen, because it's the one that I use to write on this board, to make these videos, so that I can post them on YouTube, so that I can. You get what I'm saying? See, I have to make sure that I pay that technician who can repair this pen. See, if you do not have the skill to repair this pen, then that money is not yours. And the problem is this: people front themselves to people on the basis of help me, help me. See, if you front yourself as a person who is a help me, you appear as a needy individual. Nobody loves to be needy. Nobody loves needy people because people are selfish. You are selfish. I am selfish. Everyone is selfish. And people would love to get a deal or take a deal that is benefiting them. So first of all, they verify that they are benefiting, probably even more than you are. That's time they take the deal. See, if you go to people and tell them, hey, you know what, I'm born from poor family, I cannot be able to do this, I don't know, my mother did, my father did, I don't know what this way about, so I was requesting if you can give me a job, I do this until I can be able to feed myself. See, now you're appearing, you want people to be pity upon you. You get what I'm saying? You're presenting yourself as a needy individual. That's not what you do. Hey, you do this. Hey, you know what, sir? Good morning. I noticed that you do this and that, and I was requesting, by the way, I have kids and this. I can be able to help you do that and that, and that can actually help you to save 1 to 3 coins. And see, the moment you present yourself as an individual who is valuable, and how do you get yourself that value? You have to get the skills first. People always ask me, Joseph, show me the best online job that I can be able to do. I mostly don't even return those texts. I don't even think about texting me about those things because I don't return. Why? Because people tend to have this mentality of there is a certain website somewhere somebody just developed. You just showed up there, you show up there, you have no skills, you have nothing, and then you start clicking the buttons and you get the money. There is nothing like that. I ask you, can you be able to write? Do you know what MLA, Chicago Bulls, whatever? Can you be able to do all those kind of things? No, you cannot. Can you be able to do copywriting? No, I cannot. Are you able to do graphic design? No, I cannot. Can you make logos and what have you? No, I cannot. Photoshopping, can you do it? No. Can you do annotations? No, I cannot be able to do it. Oh my goodness. Do you know digital marketing? No, I cannot. Oh my goodness. Now I start to thinking, what exactly can I even tell you? You get what I'm saying? Can you like what you call the descriptive essays and what argumentative essays? I mean, can you do some? You just tell me no, 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 no. Then who gonna pay you? Nobody gonna pay you if you have nothing. And when I tell somebody, take yourself like a month or two, say you are a young individual somewhere in campus, instead of wasting that Wi-Fi watching movies all the time, playing that thing you guys play with those or whatever. I don't want to name the names, okay? Because those are great companies. So the point is this, see, instead of wasting all that time, I'm not saying that you should never play them. You can, but combine that with something else to acquire the skills. So if you come, especially if you come from a poor family, don't rely on that thing that you're getting from university. Or do not just rely on that single thing. Let's say you are learning to be a teacher. You are learning to be a supply chain management. Maybe you're learning to be an individual. I don't know, surveyor or what. You're learning to be a molecular scientist. Don't rely on that single thing. Get yourself an extra skills out there, skills that you can employ yourself. And when I tell you, go to some website like Oshiro, I don't know, Skillshare, Allison, and what have you, go to YouTube. This is a whole university. And then you're asking me, will they give me the certificate? So you still have the mentality of being employed. You want to get those skills so that you can go with those certificates to people so that they can employ you. See, I don't know. This education is actually producing a lot of slavery mentality. And that is so bad. So bad. People are doing freelancing and they're making cash. They're making a good cash and they're surviving. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. So business skills and also the mindset, having the right mindset. If you want to create wealth, you must have the right mindset. How you perceive yourself. You might come from a poor background, but the way you perceive yourself as a winner. I always tell people poverty starts in the mind before it goes into the pocket. There's a reality. You know what? See, emptiness of our pocket is a reflection of what we have in our mind. There's a reality. For example, let's say you go to town and people are walking randomly, you cannot know who is a murderer. You cannot know who had just stolen. Unless now you see somebody stealing now, you can, oh, so you're a thief. You get what I'm saying? Some of the characters are shown. See, we can tell who you are by the action that you did or the action that you actually performed. There's a reality. So unless somebody does something to somebody and be like, oh, I didn't know you were like that. See, that thing didn't just happen like instantly. That guy has been contemplating inside his head or her head. And that's why they have actually actualized that specific thing. So the same case happened to poverty. You're supposed to actually figure out, think about greatness, think about things, and don't never say that you have nothing that you can offer. I repeat, if you do not have the money, you can offer the time, you can offer your energy. You're energetic, you're a man, you can offer. See, if they needed somewhere to go and do the bouncing, the security at the evening, you go look for, just to be somewhere. For God's sake, go watch my older videos. I love to say, if you feel like you're demotivated in this life, go watch my older videos. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. The real hustle, the real deal, the real working. I even hate saying it's a hustle. It's not even a hustle. It's working. See? And never call it a hustle by yourself. Just say it's working and doing the best that you can ever do. So the point is this: have the right mindset, have the right motivation, have the right zeal, have the right proportion in terms of how you perceive life. And that way you're going to change a lot of things. People can even detect that negative energy that you're emitting as you work with them. Have you ever met somebody who is negative all the time? They tell you the government is broken, they're gonna have it gonna collapse. I think we could have voted the other individual. I think this economy is gonna collapse at the end of the day. There is no money. You see, if you start a business, you're gonna fail. It does not even work. The guy just have a negative energy. Have you ever met also some guys who, even you walk with them, you just got arrested by the police? There are people who are just like that. They just have a negative energy all the time wherever they are going. So if you associate yourself with those kind of people, you're going to have that thing because it is contagious. And that's why they say, show me your 5 people or show me your friends. I'm going to tell you who you are. I really hope this message you got something out of it anyway. I really hope so. And if you did, that would be the amazing thing. All right? And make sure that you hit that like button. And if you got something out of this message, just on the comment section, just write, yes, I did, Joseph. That way I'll know I'm doing something here. Anyway, that's like motivating me, telling me, yes, I did, Joseph. All right? Thank you very much. For now, it's a goodbye. But don't forget, you can always pick the number of mine from the description of this specific video if you'd like us to have a conversation about investments, about finances, and all those kind of things. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.